What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Old School RuneScape's luckiest players for the month of July in 2021. Got some pretty good submissions for this month. If you think that you have something that is lucky enough to be featured in one of these videos, check the description down below. All of your instructions for sending submission are down there. Good luck. We are going to start this month's video off as we always do with our luckiest third age drops. This first section is going to be our third age recipients, and we do have some good ones for this month. First up on hard casket number 118, the Iron Man Dead Bob Andy is pulling in a set of third age range legs, 25 million GP on this. Next is hard casket number 67 for the Iron Man Cherry AFK, pulling in a third age plate skirt, 106 million. Hard casket number 18 for Theralin, third age amulet for this one, 43.5 million. Next up is another Iron Man, I Am Karma. Hard casket number 13, pulling in a third age Rowbottom, 36 million GP. Next up with the another Iron Man, Avlop, hard casket number 7 of the account, pulling in a third age plate body, 124 million. Moving into our elite caskets, elite casket number 29 with the little bit of help from the Mimic on Mimic KC1, Holdsworth D pulling in a third age bow, 1.5 billion GP for the value of this clue scroll. So thanks, Mimic. Next up is elite casket number 16, also with a 1KC Mimic, Zurub 1 pulling in a third age longsword, 999 million GP, might as well call it a bill. Elite casket number 7 for Hubs Chubb, pulling in third age Vambraces, 9.2 million. Unfortunately, it had to be one of those low cost third age, but still pretty cool to see a third age item in those clue scrolls. Next up for our master caskets, Nicholas is going to start these off with a master casket number 28, third age druidic Rowbottom, 2.15 billion. Dumple as well on master casket number 12, also pulling a third age druidic Rowbottom, once again 2.15 billion. Next up is going to be Overseers, and we've got a back-to-back Mimic here, very spaced out. Master Casket number 7 back in January, and Master Casket number 14 in July. Overseers pulling the back-to-back third age drops from the Mimic on KC1 and 2. KC1 for the Mimic pulling in the third age staff, 342 million on that one. And then later on, several months later, a third age ring, 3.3 million. Master casket number 3 for Yena, third age druidic bottom, 2.15 billion. That's the third one we've seen for this month. Master casket number 1 for Saint Aldegundis, third age range coif, valued at 12 million GP. And our last third age submission comes in from Z Fire Gods on Master Casket number 1 and Mimic KC number 2, third age longsword, 887 million. Getting into our other lucky clue scroll drops, we'll start this one with Kid Kazooie on a beginner casket. We don't know the KC, but regardless, pulling in the Parrot and the Mole Slippers, which are the two most expensive beginner items in the same clue. As for our easy caskets, easy casket number 9 for Tussanex, pulling in the flared trousers. Easy casket number 2 for the hardcore Iron Man, Irradian 95, Team Cape 0. And easy casket number 1 for the Iron Man I Am Kelpie, also pulling in a Team Cape 0, this one at 4.6 million. In our medium caskets, Dr. Phineas on medium casket number 357 and 358, pulling in the back-to-back Ranger boots. Medium casket number 110 for Death Talon, double Holy Sandals dropped. Thick Cougar on medium casket number 5, pulling in the Ranger boots. Iron Man Iron Sigu, medium casket number 4, Ranger boots and the Elegant Top, pretty useful for Iron Man. Iron Man Iron Paon, medium casket number 4, pulling in the Ranger boots. Into our hard caskets, Adonis XX on hard casket number 3 with a Robin Hood hat. Iron Man Terry Hearn on the very first hard casket of the account. Robin Hood hat, very nice for the Iron account there. In our elite caskets, we have back-to-back Ranger gloves and Ranger's tunic on elite casket number 56 and 57 for Zamasu. Elite casket number 1 for War Ballistic, Ranger's tunic. And into our master caskets, we've got some lucky Bloodhound pets. First one from Gryffindor on master casket number 18. Nice pet there. RuneScape's on master casket number 10 with the Bloodhound. Master casket number 4 for Entropic Mind, also pulling in the Bloodhound. And our very lucky player, Cat Go Nya, on master casket number 1, pulling in that awesome Bloodhound pet. Sliding into our next section, we're going to check out our luckiest PVM item drops, and we are going to start out with our top 10 KCs. B2, 1, and some zeros in there. 10 KC pulling the Dragon Pickaxe from Callisto. Sleepless RNG at 9 KC, Serpentine Visage. 9 KC Primordial Crystal for Angster. 9 KC Inquisitor's Mace for Cake Mammoth. 9 KC Inquisitor's Mace for We Can't Escape. 7 KC Magic Fang for Kiratas. 6 KC Zamorakian Spear for Kane Stitch. 6 KC Dragon Hunter Crossbow for the Iron Man Shooty McPew. 5 KC Berserker Ring for Captain Jungle. 4 KC Dragon Full Helm from the Chewed Bones for Calbo. 4 KC Dragon Pickaxe from the Chaos Elemental for Blue Scotto. 3 KC Primordial Crystal for Sir I Can See You Peeing, very creative. 3 KC Skeletal Visage for Iron Man Instale. 3 KC Inquisitor's Hallberg for AKA Mana. 2 KC Tome of Water for Grand. 2 KC Tanzanite Fang for Kiratas. 2 KC Parasitic Egg for Pabaz. 2 KC Odium Shard 2 for Kill Season. 2 KC Jar of Darkness for Grillamuna. 2 KC Enhanced Weapon Seed for Mr. Fuzzy Bear. 2 KC Dragon Pickaxe from Callisto with the Elite Clue, Laren's Key, and Slayer Enchantment all in the same drop for the Iron Man Iron Benji. 2 KC Black Mask for Iron Man Chip Buddy. 2 KC Bando's Chestplate for Al Crusade. 2 KC Archer's Ring for Quemps. And now into our luckiest drops, our 1 KC items for our luckiest players. First up is Zera with a Bando's Hilt. What's This RNG? The Iron Man with a double 1 KC from the Gauntlet, Crystal Armor Seed from the normal Gauntlet, and Enhanced Weapon Seed from the Corrupted Gauntlet. The Money Boy with a Jar of Decay. Shabby, the Ultimate Iron Man, Enhanced Weapon Seed from the normal Gauntlet. Prim's Arnie with an Enhanced Weapon Seed. Paladillin with an Enhanced Weapon Seed from the Corrupted Gauntlet. Ufta, Ring of Endurance over at the Hallowed Sepulchre. Iron Man Nike Iron with a Zamorakian Spear. Mystical with a Grazi Rapier. Morty 13725 Dragon Pickaxe from the Chaos Elemental. Mobile Stones with a Jar of Dreams from the Nightmare. Mechworks with an Enhanced Weapon Seed from the Corrupted Gauntlet. Lord Dosis with a Hydra's Claw. Lonely Bro the Iron Man with a Vorkath Head and Skeletal Visage on the 1 KC drop. Lauren Iron Man with the Berserker's Ring. Quemps with a Berserker's Ring. Karn Stools with a Primordial Crystal. Jester Knight with a Bandos Chestplate. Habby with a Staff of the Dead. GBC Kai with a Dragon Pickaxe from the Chaos Elemental. Flux Hux with an Inquisitor's Mace. Cletus Grizz with a Magic Fang. ASAP X Danny with a Twisted Kit in the Challenge Mode Chambers of Zarek. And 99 Grill the Iron Man with a Primordial Crystal. Next up, we're going to jump into our lucky back-to-back items for this month. Starting this one off is going to be Zerkerus with double Unsireds, KC 359 and 360, pulling in the Bludgeon Claw and the Abyssal Orphan. West Warrior 2 with a Serpentine Visage into a Pet Snakeling, KC 817 and 818. Veranam with the Inquisitor's Hallbergs from the Nightmare, KC 101 and 102. Timmy Skills with a Darok's Plate and Carol's Skirt, KC 60 and 69. Cerveza 282 Eternal Crystal into a 283 Smoldering Stone. Niall X with a Primordial Crystal into a Smoldering Stone, KC 1674 and 1675. I Revenant I with the Blood Shard drops from the Firewatch Sentinels. I Faker I with Twisted Kit completions on 9 in the back-to-back at 11 and 12 KC. Henna Q with a Bandos chestplate into the General Grodor pet, 261 and 262 KC. Danish Mommy with a 73 KC Armadillo crossbow into the back-to-back 76 KC Saradomin's Light and a 77 KC Saradomin's Hilt. Also pulling in a 96 KC Godsword Shard 2 and a 98 KC Saradomin Sword, all of this within 25 kills. Davith with a Thermonuclear Smoke Devil pet roll. Already had the pet, by the way, so this is pet number 2 and 3, 328 and 329 KC. Air Assault, the Iron Man with a 417 KC Guthan Spear, 418 Darok's Axe, 419 Guthan's Plate, and then later pulling another back-to-back 437 Darok's Plate and 438 Aram's Hood. And last is going to be third, please, with the back-to-back Basilisk Jaws. And for our last PVM item drops, we're going to check out some other lucky instances. Zoxma pulling in the Smoldering Stone from the Hellhounds, 1 in 32,000 on that drop rate. Zeta Bills Smoldering Stone here as well from the Hellhounds, 1 in 32,000. I don't know how to say that. YSRH with the Abyssal Dagger from the Abyssal Demons, also a 1 in 32k drop. For this one, we have an unknown KC for the Younglef and Enhanced Weapons Seed, Real Joka, pulling those in the same drop. Swell Birding with an Abyssal Dagger from the Abyssal Demons, Specky Boy 1 with Primordial Crystals at KC 156 and 159, just 3 kills apart. Sotet's Kek with an 8kc Inquisitor's Skirt, 14kc Parasitic Egg, 15kc Sleepy Tablet, and an 18kc Inquisitor's Skirt. Psych Volts with a Tanzanite Fang at 56kc, Tanzanite Mutagen at 61kc, and a Magic Fang at 72kc. Sanzo with the Vorkath Head and the Dragon Bow Necklace in the same drop, 18kc. Paul Blart with a Bandos Hilt and a Goblin Champion Scroll in the same drop, 78kc. OS Matto 00 completing the Bludgeon at just 68kc over at the Abyssal Sire. O-Rat with a Bandos Tacits drop from a minion, 1 in 16k on that drop rate. Mobby with an almost back-to-back Jar of Chemicals, KC 610 and 612. Lieutenant Potato, the Iron Man, Crystal Armor Seed, an Enhanced Weapon Seed, and an Elite Clue, all in the same drop. Unfortunately, we don't know the KC, but still pretty lucky. Logan OSRS with 3 dusts from Theater of Blood in just 27 hard modes. Load 07 with a Tacits and a Boots from the Bandos minion, 1 in 16k on both of those drops. Lauren, the Iron Man, with an Ancient Relic from Revenants at just 95kc, pretty rare drop there. Joseph Dirt with a Hell Puppy duplicate and a Smoldering Stone in the same drop, 1195kc. Jonko Voss with a completed Bludgeon at just 88kc at the Abyssal Sire. J-Man Ballin with an Inquisitor's Mace and Little Nightmare in the same drop at 68kc. The Iron Man I Am Karma with a Dragon Chain Body from a Choke Devil. It's the superior version of the Dust Devil. Hardcore Dope with an Abyssal Dagger from the Abyssal Demons. Drumroll Please with an Inquisitor's Plate Skirt and Little Nightmare at 38kc. Dr. Zeg with 14 Enhanced Teleport Seeds in 2,744 Pickpockets. By the way, the drop rate of those is 1 in 1,024. That is very lucky. Dank Nub with a Little Nightmare and Parasitic Egg in the same drop, 34kc. Cryptologist, the Iron Man with a 4 times Zenite Shards in 294kc. Corp Legend with an Inquisitor's Helmet and Volatile Orb in the same drop, 55kc. Christmas Nut, the Iron Man with a Dragon Chain Body from Dust Devils. Crispy San, the Iron Man with an Abyssal Dagger from Abyssal Demons. And last but not least is Alpha Herb, the Iron Man who ran out of charges at the Kraken and managed to grab a Trident drop at 1,360kc. They could continue their trip. That's pretty impressive. Moving into our next section, we are going to check out our luckiest PVM pets for July of 2021. First up is going to be 23kc Vorky for Dead Lordy Face, 22kc Kraken for Larkness, 16 KC Noon for BHO Lord, 15 KC Noon for MXTIU, 13 KC Young Lev Pet for Bruswick, 13 KC Baby Mole for Jonathan's 004, 12 KC Young Lev for Don Persian, 11 KC Prince Black Dragon for Blixen, 11 KC Noon Pet for Ram Ranch, 11 KC Callisto Cub for General Gra, 10 KC Jad, who gambled the Fire Cape for this one, Zenite Ore, 10 KC Hell Puppy for the Iron Man, I Am Ozzy 0, 10 KC Chaos Elemental Pet from the Fanatic, that's the 1 in 1000 drop rate for MKG TTV, 9 KC Young Lift from the Normal Gauntlet for No Humbug, 8 KC Abyssal Orphan for Doodle Bob, 6 KC Jad while getting 99 Slayer by the way for Pyun, 4 KC Chaos Elemental Pet from the Chaos Elemental for MLS. By the way, this is a 10 HP account with 93 strength, crazy. 3 KC, and by 3 KC I mean high gambles on this one, for the Penance Queen Pet for Pro CC, 3 KC Young Lift from the Gauntlet for Box of Tacos, 2 KC Skotos for Cancer Death, 2 KC Pet Dagonoth Rex for the Iron Hammer, 2 KC Noon for CN Phantom, 2 KC Noon for the Iron Man It's Bobby, 2 KC Little Nightmare for a Bat Flunt, 2 KC Little Nightmare for the Iron Man Shoyo, 2 KC Calfight Princess for Rastafas, 2 KC Jad for the Big Peener, and 2 KC Jad for Entropic Mine. And moving into our luckiest of the luckiest PVM pet hunters, our 1 KC drops for this month are a Young Lift from the Corrupted Gauntlet for Sinksy, Spades Void pulling a Jad pet off task, Maximus 3690 with a Skotos pet, Loyal Hose with a Young Lift pet from the Corrupted Gauntlet, Jank with a Calfight Princess, Gang Rake the Iron Man with a Young Lift from the Corrupted Gauntlet, and Acid Arrow X with a pet Kriara. And for our last PVM pet section, we do have some other lucky instances as usual. Starting this one off is going to be Will for RNG, 2,629 KC over at Zulra, pulling in 7 pets, sub 3,000 KC. That pet drop is 1 in 4,000. Spicy Stew up next with 2 Noon pets in just 59 KC over at the Grotesque Guardians. Pint Dad with 2 Venenatus pets at 74 KC. Lickix with a Mole pet on July 15th and following it up the next day with a Vorkath pet on July 16th. Jay Moxley with back-to-back Chompy Chicks. And last is going to be Bag O' Piff with a sub 50 KC Rex and Supreme pets, now only missing the 1 in 5,000 Dagonoth Prime pet. For our last section for this month, we're going to check out our luckiest skilling pets, and there's actually a pretty crazy one in here. We're going to start it off here at 75 mining for Baka Zero, pulling in the mining pet from a crashed star. Drop rate on that is 1 in 554,000. 64 mining in the Motherlode mine. Hardcore Iron Man deposit sack pulling in that pet 1 in 245,000 on the drop rate. Level 56 agility in the Canifus rooftop course, 1 in 35,500 is your odds for the Hardcore Iron Man task sometimes. 44 fishing over at Fly Fishing for Iron Man Labouge, 1 in 460,000 pulling in that Heron pet. Level 36 agility for the Hardcore Iron Man HCIM Corpsed Varrock Agility Rooftop Course, 1 in 23,500. Level 7 thieving for the Hardcore Iron Man Klaus End, pulling this in at the cake stall, 1 in 124,000. And check this one out. Level 1 thieving on the Hardcore Iron Man Citizen Cold. By the way, this is the very first thieving action of the account. You literally can't get any luckier than this. Pulling in the Rocky pet from a normal man in Lumbridge, 1 in 257,000 are your odds. I would just never play that account again. That's it. It would have a Rocky pet and that's it. That's unbelievable. So, congrats on that one. Moving into our KCs for the skilling pet, 25 KC small Kano pet for Seko X. 24 KC small Kano pet for Yolanda, 14 KC Phoenix pet for Zaddy Bear, 6 KC Temperos pet for the Hardcore Iron Man AFK'd HCIM, and a 6 KC Phoenix pet for the Hardcore Iron Man Deposit Sack. And for our last section, just a few other drops here. First up is Violent EMT, pulling in 2 Rock Golem pets in less than 5,000 experience apart at the Motherlode Mine. 1 in 245,000 is your odds for each of those pets. Kapaznik with a 3x Heron pet at just 97 fishing. So hasn't even gotten 99 yet, managing to pull 3 Heron pets in. And our last submission for this month is going to be Josh IRL, who is one of our resident player mods for Old School RuneScape, pulling in a mining pet from a size 1 crashed star. Your odds are almost 1 in a million, 1 in 911,000. All right, everybody, that is going to wrap up this month's luckiest players. Remember, if you have something you would like to submit and you think it could be featured, check the description down below. All of your instructions for submitting are down there. As usual, thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, tap that subscribe button on your way out. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy, everybody.